YouTube, how is it going? So we have some pretty interesting news out of One Bills Drive today. So the Buffalo Bills have fired Rex Ryan after less than 2 years of giving him the head coaching job. And, I've been reading a lot of articles and I've been watching a lot of videos of people's opinion on this. And I kind of wanted to give you mine and, delve into a little bit. I know I don't talk about sports too much, but it's something that I'm very passionate about, actually. And I watch a good majority of the Bills games. I'm not going to say that I sit here and watch every single minute of every single game. That's not true, but I watch a good majority of it, and I've at least watched a bit of every single game, if not the whole game, throughout the entire year. So I just wanted to give my opinion on it. And off the top, I don't think we should have fired Rex Ryan this soon, at least. I would at least give the guy another year. I mean, less than 2 years. Come on, man. He's not even doing terrible. He's a 500 head coach. That's how it is. I mean, Jeff Fisher was like a 500 coach for I don't even know how many years, and the guy still had a job with the same team for a good amount of time. Why are we firing the guy after 2 years? I mean, I could see the knocks on Rex. Don't get me wrong, I really can. The guy's supposed to be a defensive guru if you have it, but he's had the 19th ranked defense for the past 2 years. And this is coming off a Bills team that was actually pretty solid before Rex got here and, kind of ruined it. I'm a firm believer in. I know there are a lot of coaches out there who believe that they have this magical system that's just going to make everything work, and every defense they have is just going to be so great. But you got to play to the strengths of the players you have on your team. And he just, thinking back to last year when he had Mario Williams, he messed up royally. I don't understand what happened. And this year, it's the same thing. I mean, I don't really blame him as much. I mean, you drafted a lot of guys on the defensive side of the ball that really hurt. Shaq Lawson hurt early in the year. He came back. He made a little bit of a difference, I guess. I'm curious to see what he can do with an entire training camp and OTAs and all that. I think he'll be great next year. Reggie Ragland, linebacker. I think he's going to be a beast as well. Who knows what's going to happen with him? He got injured. I mean, he missed his whole rookie year, so it's going to be like he's a rookie next year. But I still have high hopes, You can't really plan for injuries, and those were kind of the main ones. I mean, if you look at the secondary is weak. Williams at safety hurt. I mean, Darby and Gilmore kind of regressed. You can let Gilmore walk this year. Please don't even think about paying the guy. Linebackers, pretty good. Brown, Alexander. I mean, Alexander's a free agent. I don't really think you bring him back. The guy's 33 years old. Let the man walk. Thank you for your service, brother, man. Enjoy the Pro Bowl. Zach Brown, definitely resign my man, Zach Brown. I think he's got some hope. He's going to be solid. It's unfortunate that he was snubbed from the Pro Bowl, but it is what it is. He'll come back strong next year. I mean, I'm just looking at the entire list of free agents, and I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, whatever. I mean, whatever. We lose a couple guys, no big deal. EJ Manuel, let him walk. Percy, let him walk. Reggie Bush, please let him walk. You got Justin Hunter, bring him back. Dude catches touchdowns. He has a lot of talent. He didn't really work out for Tennessee or Miami, but hell, man, welcome to Buffalo. Get tight. Robert Woods, we'll take you back. Whatever. I feel some type of way about Robert Woods. A lot of people think he's like better than he is. I think he's all right. He's second receiver maybe on a good day. Jerome Felton, great fullback, getting up there in age, man. I'd probably bring him back. Why not? Can't hurt. Alexander, like I said, a little too old. Let him walk. He's gonna be 34 next year. Ain't got time for that. And then I'm looking at a bunch of other guys that really are just not that good. So I'm not really concerned about losing them. Brandon Tate, bring him back for special teams. That's about it. I mean, Marquise Goodwin, sure. Guess you can bring him back. Dude's really fast. Doesn't really run much of a route, but whatever. We'll take him back. But getting back into like where we are, there are a lot of head coach. Well, not a lot, but there's a couple of head coaching vacancies out there. Jaguars, Rams, Bills. Honestly, the best one out there, probably Jaguars. Beast of a defense. Come on, man. Oh, the defense is so filthy, and then you have an average offense. I mean, if Blake Bortles can stop throwing interceptions and pick sixes, I think they'll be a lot better than they actually are. So, if you're a head coach and you're looking for a job, it's probably the best place you want to be. The last place you want to be is probably as the Buffalo Bills head coach. I'll be honest with you. You have big question marks at the most important position, the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. Let's be honest here, though, man. Tyrod Taylor has been the best quarterback that Buffalo's had in a good number of years. I like Tyrod Taylor. He's a game manager. That's it. I know what he is. We all know what he is. I feel like people want him to be the guy that can, run the 2 minute drive and, the game winning touchdown pass at the end or get him into field goal range and, tie the game and go to overtime. But we have Dan Carpenter as a kicker. It doesn't matter if you get him into field goal range. He's probably going to miss in the most heartbreaking fashion. I like Tyrod. Quarterbacks are overpaid for, whatever. That's just how it is. Look at Brock Osweiler. Huge deal from the Texans. Barely had any playing time last year. And he gets this ginormous contract. I don't understand, but it is what it is. People overpay for quarterbacks. That's what it's going to be. So you're going to have to pay a lot for Tyrod. You understand that, but he's your best option. You're going to throw Cardell Jones out there? You're going to draft a quarterback this year in a weak draft class for quarterbacks? Like, come on, no, it's not going to work. And God forbid if you bring Jay Cutler to Buffalo. Please don't, man. I won't be able to watch any games next year. Just don't do it. Let the guy go play for somebody else as a backup, or I don't think he's going to be a starter, but it is what it is. Guy has no passion, no heart. Don't bring in the Buffalo, man. I'll be so mad. You got guys like Kirk Cousins out there. I like Kirk Cousins, but that dude, if he hits the free agent market, he's going to make paper. It's absolutely insane. I don't think he ultimately is Washington. So that brings me to my point. You kind of got to keep Tyrod. I mean, I don't want Tony Romo either. I know I forgot about another big name, Romo. That dude gets sacked and he's broken. Like, I don't understand. You got to scrape him off the field. I like Tony Romo. Good dude. Maybe it's time to hang him up, brother, man. It's just your body's not cooperating with you anymore. And then you just, like, think about it. I mean, there's a lot of holes on the team, but I still think there's a lot of talent to the point where it's not like a full rebuild, but you have, I don't know, 20 plus free agents. So it's kind of like you're overhauling the whole roster, but you're not really losing anybody of like ginormous value. If you don't re-sign any of them, I'm not upset. Like, I can live without any of those players on the free agent list. I'd probably say your top priority is probably getting Zach Brown back. But that's about it. I mean, anybody else, the receivers, whatever. Average receivers, you can hopefully find other guys with hands that can catch the ball. I don't know, man. I wouldn't have gotten rid of him. If you guys are football fans, let me know how you feel about Rex Ryan. I mean, he's got a big mouth. He made a lot of guarantees that he just did not follow through on, which will help you out of town. Not going to lie to you. I mean, if you say things in the media like, I'm going to take them to the postseason, you don't take them to the postseason, it blows up your face. You end up getting fired before 2 years are up. Like, I don't understand. People are like, what head coaches would you want to come to Buffalo? I don't want Tom Coughlin. I'll tell you that much. A lot of people are like, oh, man, get Tom Coughlin. I'm like, no, please don't get Tom Coughlin. Let my man go to Jacksonville. Let him bathe in the sun. I don't have anything against the guy. I just don't want him as the Buffalo head coach. People are like, Anthony Lynn. You know, keep him as make him the interim coach to head coach. And I'm just like, no, not really. I mean, the guy was a running backs coach before the year even started, and he got promoted to offensive coordinator because we fired ours. And he did a great job, understandably so, but he didn't do anything amazing. I mean, give the ball to LaShawn McCoy. He's a great running back, and let him do his thing, and that's a recipe for success. So do I think he's like the guy? No, I don't think he's the guy. I'm curious to see a lot of other names that come from the coordinator positions, offense and defense side of the league. I think you interview a lot of people, and we'll see what happens. I mean, through thick and thin, I'm a Bills fan. It hurts that we are so mediocre every year, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. We could be the Cleveland Browns, and I tell myself that every time I watch a Bills game. We could be the Cleveland Browns. Props to them for getting their first win against San Diego. But I was watching the highlights of that game, and the people in the stands were jumping for joy. Like they had just won a Super Bowl, that they beat the lowly Chargers to get one win in 2016. So we're doing all right if you're a Bills fan. I mean, it's frustrating. I'm with you. I'm frustrated. I didn't like Rex that much, but I think we should have given the guy another year, ultimately. Bring my man Tyrod back. He's a great game manager. He doesn't turn the ball over. I know you guys say he's afraid to throw over the middle. Whatever, man. He doesn't turn the ball over. We have a great running game. Oh, and another knock on Tyrod. Oh, he doesn't throw over 300-yard games. We don't give him enough pass attempts to throw over 300 yards a game. I understand he's a little inaccurate. I accept his deficiencies at quarterback, and I would still run him out there just because there is no better option. And if you think there's a better option, you are going to pay a ton of money for average, I guess. Kirk Cousins, I guess you could say it's above average. But other than that, I mean, you're probably better off drafting somebody, hoping you pull the Dak Prescott out and just grab like a stud in the 4th round that can make something. Fingers crossed that we don't draft a quarterback in the 1st round this year. Fingers crossed. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think of Rex Ryan being fired. Let me know if you enjoy these sports commentary videos, because I think I could really get into this, give my viewpoint on these kind of things. I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you have a very nice night, and go Bills.